Hey there everybody, this is Aesthetic bringing you some more Heart of the Swarm action. This is going to be a Terran versus Terran this time. Down in the bottom left we do have in the blue, playing blue Terran, it is Lux. And in the bottom right we do see the Korean Terran from STAce, it is Ace. So this is a very high level game, Grandmaster level. STAce has been in HotS quite a number of times in his career. I don't think he's ever got past round 32, but he is a very strong Korean player. He does very well in their GSTL team, and is kind of a standard stalwart of Team STAce, who obviously has other very big names in it. STAce, who recently just lost the finals of a GSTL to Prime, so they are a very good Terran, very good Korean team who always put up a good fight in GSTL and in GSLs and in many other things. So Lux is going to be our blue Terran player. He is a Grandmaster level player in Heart of the Swarm. He posted a replay pack on Team Liquid of a lot of his games, so you might be seeing a bit more from Lux on my channel. I do love a bit of Terran Heart of the Swarm, so do not be surprised if you see a lot more of Lux in various guises across my channel. STAce, very normal opening from both of them, nothing peculiar particularly. Lux is going for this early gas, so he'll be looking for either Reapers, tend to be quite good in Heart of the Swarm, or some factory play quite possibly, maybe an early Banshee. It does look like it's going to be a Reaper play, unless he's just getting early Marauders, but I doubt that somewhat, so I would not be surprised to see some early Reaper harass here from Lux. Reapers obviously have got a bit of a buff in Heart of the Swarm. They've got combat drugs and combat awareness, so combat drugs is an upgrade which they start with, which means they can straight away heal outside of combat. So if they get injured, you can go and hide them away, take them out of action for a little while, and they'll heal themselves up, which makes them so much more versatile than in Wings of Liberty. They do also have combat awareness, which means that they can see up cliffs, so no more jumping up cliffs with Reapers into a pack of Marines, losing them straight away, which can be so frustrating as a Terran player. So yeah, that gives them a bit more utility. They have lost their building attack though, so they're not quite as good against bunkers. They can't really deny early expose quite like they used to, apart from by possibly killing off the SCVs. So the Reapers have undergone quite a change. A couple of Marines here for STAce and another one coming. I think he might have enough to hold off just one Reaper if that is all Lux makes. If he makes two though, which he looks like he is going to make, that is going to be a bit more tricky, a bit more difficult. STAce has gone for the 1 max gasless fast expand. He's sticking the 2 barracks down straight afterwards, which is pretty standard. It's kind of build you see against Protoss a lot as well. This Reaper is going to have a little poke at the front, see what he can get done. He does take down the SCV, which will delay that bunker a little bit, but he does have to retreat. But he will be probably held up by his combat drugs, which is a very nice new upgrade, I think. As a Terran player, I like it. It's definitely quite nice. This Marauder that's following up from these Reapers is going to take down the scouting SCV. Lux looking to expand early as well. He's got his factory up, so he's looking to tech a bit as well. Might be going Hellions into mech, or he could just be looking to get his star part out quickly. Banshees or just Medivacs for a general, more bio-focused army. He does have a Widow Mine coming out right now, and that starport, so I wouldn't be surprised if it is Banshees. This Widow Mine definitely looking to be some early defense against Ace's Marines, which he's going to have a lot of. He's pumping 3 barracks production with 2 tech labs coming down, so he's looking either to be heavy Marauder, or which is good against Reapers, very good against Reapers, or he's going to be going for very fast combat shield and stim to get a nice early push going. He does have an engineering bay coming up as well, and his 3rd gas, so he does look like he'll be going for those those upgrades if he can. These Reapers do sneak in around the back and are going to do some damage. Get a couple of kills, 3 kills on that Reaper, 2 on this one. That's quite a lot of lost mining time caused. There's going to be surrounding, good micro from Ace, gets a lovely surround of his SCVs, and those Marines do take it down very nicely. Looks back at home, has got his Widow Mines out, is looking to, I'd be surprised if he doesn't burrow these out here, try and just thwart any early Marine pushes. But with those Reapers, Lux has taken an early worker lead, even though he delayed his expo a bit more than STAce Ace did. But those Reapers did pay for themselves, did do a lot of damage, and did take down enough SCVs to get him back in a working lead. He does have quite a small army though. He only has that 1 Warden and 3 Widow Mines, one of which is going hunting, which is an interesting choice. Whereas STAce Ace does have these Marines pushing across the map, which are looking to do some damage to Lux here. Sorry, my computer's being a bit rubbish right now. Hopefully that won't persist too long. And a Banshee has come out for Lux. He is looking to go into mech here. He's got 3 factories on the way. He's got a reactor and he's getting his blue flame up, so he's looking to get a lot of Hellions out, which really, with blue flame, do a good amount of damage to just plain vanilla Marines. Ace is going to push forward with this Marine, which is going to get taken out by that Widow Mine. He does also see that Marauder shot, which is a little bit of information for him to know that there is a bunker up there. There is a or not necessarily a bunker, but there is an army waiting for him up there of some description with Marauders in. Yeah, so it's kind of come to a convergent point. We're going to be seeing some bio playing some mech, so STAce Ace will be very happy to have these tech labs up so he can pump Marauder production if he needs to deal with these Hellions and these siege tanks which are coming. And we do see a Raven from from Lux, which is very nice when playing mech, especially against bio. Its point defense drone really does nullify Marauders quite effectively, and these Marines have just chased off Lux's Banshee, which hasn't really got anything done, no kills at all. Walked straight into those Marines, and STAce Ace is hunting for it but will just miss it. You do see Lux checking up here for a 3rd base, so he knows when Ace is expanding. STAce Ace also doing the same, so very, very nice play here. And looking for a Widow Mine drop from Lux, which is something we saw early on. If you're a Day 9 fan, we saw him show us QXC doing some pretty ridiculous Widow Mine drops. This should get spotted though by the watchtower here with this Marine on for STAce Ace. So far Lux is at that advantage when it comes to supply. He does have that worker advantage which we saw earlier came from those Reapers. But it does look like Ace might be looking to expand towards his opponent, but with these Hellions out on the map he is forced to move those Marines in a reposition. Yeah, this Widow Mine outside of STAce Ace's base is doing some good damage for Lux. He is I wouldn't be surprised to see a scan here from Ace to try and deal with that. It does get very annoying after a while, and it is halfway through its cooldown as well, so it could be doing some more damage a little bit later. Scan here, and those Hellions do just step away, just about in time to not be spotted by the scan. I think Ace might have spotted them. We do see the upgrades coming in for Lux though. He's looking to get his mech upgraded very quickly, as is STAce Ace with his biomech, with his marine tank that we're seeing, with a few Marauders mixed in as well, which is very nice for dealing with the mech and the Hellions and the siege tanks obviously. There is a 3rd base up for Lux. It is flying out to his sort of pocket expansion almost, his expansion just a little bit towards his opponent. Ace is also doing exactly the same, very similar timings, very similar army counts and worker counts, and we do see 1-0 upgrades for Ace. Lux is still on 0-0, but he does have double upgrades coming, so if he delays the fight enough for those to finish, he'll definitely be looking in an okay spot. A lot of medevacs in the air though for the Ace, which is always nice against mech. Makes your Marines a little bit more sustainable from those tank shots and from those Hellion splashes. and it doesn't look like he's just going to clean out this watchtower. Lux isn't aware of what's coming, so I do like that quite a lot. There is another command center coming down for Lux, so he is really looking to expand big as the meching player here, and looking to get a lot of gas early on. And he is still producing workers, which STAce is not. Ace seems to be quite happy with his 56 workers, whereas Lux is pushing on to beyond 70. He does have 9 siege tanks, which are not something that you can really push into as a bio player, especially when they're sieged. So I'm going to be interested to see what Ace does here, if he looks to drop, which is exactly what he's looking to do now. So yeah, we can watch this drop with some vision and see what actually goes on. There's 2 upgrades both coming for both players, so they're both quite level on upgrades right now, which doesn't necessarily help Ace out as much as you would think as the bio player, because tank splashes can do such big damage. It really is a very dangerous thing if you're a marining player. But with another 4th base going for Ace as well, he's looking to see if he can take that, and this drop is coming in. He's scanned to see what's about. There are 3 starports building, so obviously looking to go sonic. Oh, that Widow Mine has done a great job there. It is taking out a pretty much full medevac, but still with 2 medevacs full of units, this really is going to do a lot of damage. If you can stop these starports coming up, that would be a great help. So he looks obviously looking to go into Air Sky Terran, as it's called. But the Warhounds, the Hellbats coming in, not Warhounds, they've unfortunately gone. The Hellbats coming in, see if they can take the top. This drop seems to be doing a lot of damage for Ace. He's taken a lot of tanks which aren't sieged up, which really is a big gas investment for Lux. That is really quite dangerous. Another drop coming in here for the 3rd base, although he's going to just drop on this tank in the main, which is another great move from Ace. Sort of double pointed harass, but he's also in a very similar position, so forcing a response, forcing these tanks to unsiege and draw back, which is really quite costly for Lux. He's taking a lot of damage from this. These unsieged tanks not being used to their full potential, unfortunately, and there's a lot of stuff going down here. Lux should clean this up. He is going to clean this up finally, especially with these Thors popping out. But that was a lot of damage done by STAce. He really did do a lot of damage, and these Thors are just going to chase out these medevacs. But even after that, now this force of Marauder tank is going to come in. It's going to scoot on the outside and see if it can capitalise on what has just happened, what the damage that drop has just caused. It really did do a lot of damage, and there is even more coming up. So many Marauders. I'm not sure these tanks, now they've been whittled down to, no, only 7, so there was 9 a while back, and he's been producing pretty much consistently since, until he switched into Thors, and yet they're out of position now. They're going to get really badly hurt by these Marauders if they don't end up sieging, and even if they do, Marauders still do pretty well. Another Widow Mine just being annoying for Ace, causing a bit of difficulty, a bit of damage to his Marauders. But these medevacs should clear them up. This Banshee really could be very helpful for Lux. There's not really much to shoot up. There's only a few Marines sort of scattered in this force for Ace, but he is already maxed out. He is securing his 4th base, as is Lux. They're both looking to secure this one where the rocks were. And another drop in the back from Ace, doing more damage, forcing more SCVs off the line, taking down depots. Can't really go head to head with these Thors, but still did a lot of damage, and just opening up space for Ace to push forward, to siege up, and to really get in a very good position, sort of confronting Lux's 3rd, and even near the entrance to his 4th. That Banshee does manage to just bait some Marauders to walk into tank fire, which is quite nice for Lux. But we do see 3-3 on the way for Ace. We see level 2 vehicle weapons, so his tanks are going to be doing a lot of damage as well. Whereas for Lux, his tanks are only at 2-2, and they're not looking to go any higher than that at the minute. So this really is looking good for Ace. There are so many tanks and Thors here though for Lux that if he gets a good engagement, especially with these Hellbats. I'm not sure I like Hellbats in TVT as much because they have to get a lot. They have to close the distance to the range units that Terran have. But he is pushing across the map, and Ace does seem to be a little bit out of position here, which is gonna possibly really hurt him, especially with these Thors coming in, looking to take down this base. Ace is coming back now, but maybe too late. The tanks are sieged. They are going to do a lot of damage to his units now, and that is oh dear, that is so many Marauders. But with that many tanks already pre-sieged, he has just cleaned this up really nicely. The Hellbats tanking well. That last tank's going to go down as well, and that was an amazingly good engagement for Lux. STAce got a little bit out of position. He got out of position with his Marauders and he let the tank siege around his third, and those siege tanks just do so much splash damage. It really is dangerous. Ace, though, with a bit of his army gone, he was doing damage in the main. Continual drop harass, which I keep missing. Ace just with very, very good harass here, looking to take down this Thor, which he does, but Lux is just pushing into his natural. This Hellbat's doing a lot of damage to the Marines, and that is GG. STAce taps out. His harass was not enough. That number of siege tanks was just far too great, and we do see the win for Lux here. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe if you enjoyed it, and come and look back for some more Heart of the Storm games action in the future.